camera guys, but now his own little celebrity within. He's getting his own fan mail now because we happen to show the cameraman. Well, let's go. I'll show you the set.
Hi.
One of my favorite places is really, really fantastic. That's his name. How are you, sir?
Is that for everybody?
Sure.
Is this a new building?
This is actually Botress. This is where Game Show Network started 11 years ago. In fact, my first office used to be upstairs before we moved to Santa Monica. Now, we're going to interview you. Now, we'll use my friend. I'll show you the set for 10 minutes before we go live. So now, the set looks a lot bigger on TV than it does when you actually walk in here. Oh, you want to get a tour of the set?
I'm sorry?
Tell us about the set. You can get a tour of the set.
Let's have a look at the set.
This is where she always starts
We
off.
get the email. Over here is the sofa area.
This is the dramatic effect.
Dramatic effect.
So when when we're about to come down with one last question, Mel usually comes down with an invitation.
Go on, this is an invitation for me.
Here's an invitation.
I'll just blow my nose.
All right, so there's one question left. What could the answer be? Will it be you who gets it, the $200? You have to text to make that happen. Call now. Boom.
Hey, well, we got a backup host.
There you go. So,
You did a pretty good English accent, John.
see, look at
Like,
she's
like
the best.
Dick Van Dyke.
See,
Yeah, sort of.
Hello, Mary Poppy.
Where did you learn to be sort of interactive with an audience, to create that sort of response to people you can't see?
I've done it in London for like the last 2-3 years, so you get kind of used to talking to the cameras and talking to people and just keep talking basically for like 2 hours non-stop.
What's the trick to keeping people engaged and never let any dead air, pass?
I think just being sincere and just kind of being real and not sort of putting on a show, just kind of talking to people like you're talking to your friend kind of thing. Get people engaged in the show, so like they're sort of talking to you one-on-one.
She really likes to talk, actually. In fact, sometimes you get her on the phone, she just won't stop. So actually, you can talk to her. I put the phone down 20 minutes later.
I still think you're
hey,
there.
how are you? Magic Mike, who does all the sound effects and the phone calls and has actually another part of the heartbeat. Where the nerve center there, he's the heartbeat of Playmania. In fact, I'm surprised. There's the heartbeat. I knew you would do that for me. So throughout the night when you hear like the applause or the phone call or everything ringing, this is the guy that's
What's your favorite sound effect?
My favorite sound effect is the little frog, because it's sort of my on-air persona.
Which sound?
Whenever they ask to talk to me, I give them one of these.
So there we go.
Are you ever going to appear in front of the camera? Or are you?
We've done a couple things with me on, but I like to stay behind the door and sort of behind the curtain.
Every now and then he lets me press a couple buttons too, which is always fun for me. But that's just me.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Mike. So
First
tell
and
about
only.
your background.
My background is I went from radio to QVC, then to news. I was at NBC for about 4 years, and now I'm here.
It's the perfect, when you think about it, it's live TV, so you really take the whole aspect. I've always said Playmania is like home shopping meets game shows. So what better producer to have than Oyama?
You got it.
So.
That's
What,
how I feel.
are you attracted to the idea of interactive content?
Oh, it's amazing and it's brilliant. It's doing so well in London, and it seems like the American audience is absolutely, they're so into gadgets and texting that it's timely, very timely. So this is perfect for the American audience.
And what's the experience like of trying to produce this show? What were the challenges involved?
Really, just because we're starting from the ground up and we don't necessarily have anyone to follow, it's interesting because we have to develop our own concepts and take information as it's coming in and analyze that data and decide on what works and what does not work. So it's very rewarding, and it's actually working very well.
You have 5 minutes before you go live.
Okay, bye guys.
Is Joyce up there?
Yeah.
Come on, I want to see we're going to introduce one of the puzzle writers.
Okay.
Joyce, and Joyce is our puzzle writer. So basically all the games that happen on Playmania, she is responsible for writing the content. And I know you had a question about certain puzzles, so I'll let you ask Joyce.
How do you invent a game for television, an interactive game for television?
How do I invent one? Well, for instance, right now I'm creating anagrams by scrambling up the letters. And then I make tips, and then they appear on the screen.
And are you particularly talented at puzzle invention?
I feel I'm especially skilled at this endeavor.
Is that-
How many puzzles have you made to date now? Since we launched, how many have you probably made at this
I
point?
can tell you, I've made 737. That's the beginning. And those are the ones that involve the visuals that you see on the screen.
What-
There are many more that just involve letters and words.
What's the trick behind creating a really successful game, interactive game, live game for television?
The trick is making it vague enough so that there are zillions of choices, but easy enough so that everyone thinks they will get it right, and therefore they text in and get it wrong.
And Hank,
You've been very
I always get them right though. Damn it. I'm kidding.
You're very successful at it because, as I said, I tried to do it and I couldn't figure it out.
I've become obsessed with it actually. When I try to figure out, in fact, I won't let anyone tell me the answers. Like when I said there's answers there, I hate seeing them because I actually want to play along and see how I do. So it's a lot of fun.